Closely because family located
Oh, yeah, that's
in Florida.
right. You've got Florida relatives.
Yeah, I've got my brother and sister-in-law on Satellite Beach.
I have Key West ones, so hopefully.
Key West, yeah.
they
The
always
latest
get hit.
track is pushing a little farther to the west. Let's get right to that forecast for Tropical Storm Erica. Continues to weaken as it's now moving onshore across the island of Hispaniola. The western half of that island is known as Haiti, which suffered a devastating earthquake years ago. Many of us remember that, a hurricane right after that. And when these storms move over the nation of Haiti, they tend to break up because it's very mountainous there. So I do expect Erica to weaken further, could even become a tropical depression as it brushes by Cuba early in the weekend. And then look at this, the latest track really making it more of a west coast storm, a minimal tropical storm. And it's not really the winds that are going to be the big concern. These tropical systems bring in a lot of rainfall. Could see as much as 10 to 15 inches of rain across parts of the Sunshine State late this weekend and into early next week. We certainly wish that we could funnel some of the wet weather into our own area, but that's not the case. Instead, it's a hot and dry end to the week. Santa Barbara today, the same as yesterday. We were hoping for about 2 degrees of cooling. Didn't see it. 95, the record 97. That's a long-standing record from well back in 1883. Now, there is some cooling in the weekend forecast. Take a look at what we'll see for Santa Ynez. We're down to 95 tomorrow. Santa Barbara down to 90. Oxnard drops to 87. And Lompoc should drop about 10 degrees. That's because the Lompoc area will likely see some morning clouds, some morning fog, and that's going to signify sort of a little pattern shift for us as we look ahead. Still in the 90s in Santa Barbara, humidity at 26%, 80 currently in Oxnard, 100 in Ojai. It's 95 in Cuyama, still 94 in Slow, but a much cooler 68 in Morro Bay. Check out this distinctive spin on the satellite radar picture. It's a comma-shaped looking storm. This is a cold front, which is going to drive a lot of heavy rain into the Pacific Northwest and even into Northern California. Now, no rain this far to the south, but this system more like what we would see in the fall instead of late summer. It is going to bring as much as 1 to 2 inches of rain for parts of Washington and Oregon, even into Northern California, some light rain. But for us, what it does is it brings back a stronger onshore flow, and it does help to cool temperatures down. Now, the fog tracker shows the low clouds and fog early tomorrow morning. Don't think we'll see it initially in Santa Barbara. In fact, our sky staying mostly clear through the weekend, but for the central coast, those western facing areas, that's where we will see some morning gray followed by the afternoon sunshine. So we'll call for a slight bit of cooling. Temperatures for the south coast ranging from 85 to 90, hottest in Santa Barbara and Montecito. We'll see mid 90s in Santa Ynez and Cuyama, 78 tomorrow at Vandenberg and 83 in Santa Maria. Look at the differences here by the coast, 68 in Morro Bay, but still 98 in Paso. The good news here is that we trade in the triple digits for some double-digit temperatures. So we're heading in the right direction tomorrow. We continue to head into that direction as we work our way into next week. Low 80s with some morning clouds returning to the south coast. Ventura does even better than that as we see 70s make a comeback early next week, mid 70s by the end of the week. San Luis Obispo, no rain here, but at least it's a cooling trend we're talking about with lower 80s to end the weekend. And for Santa Ynez, 2 days of triple digits, I think is 2 days too many, Tracy. Tomorrow we get a little bit of relief. And then the relief continues Sunday. Next week, we're back to the 80s.
You used to like to say triple digits, and now you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't think I want to, and I don't think folks at home like hearing it either. So a little tired.